Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching How to Get Away with Murder, Season 5, Episode 5, It Was the Worst Day of My Life, which could be Bonnie talking about the day that her baby died. This season I am so intrigued, I'm so scared, I can't wait, let's go.
Where I went wrong.
Oh dear.
I needed to prove you screwed up with your very first decision. You mean replacing your second chair with Mr. Maddox? I guess I'm talking about your second decision then. We have till noon tomorrow to tell the judge if
this case was really important to them all as well. Well, to Annalise and to Nate.
So let's hash it out. I think whatever Gabriel thinks.
Connor.
Because you've been messing with me my whole life. Finally get to take the stand.
I'm so sad that this isn't going to go well.
Well, that's no.
How is she?
What do you think?
So she's not going to do well on this case because she's distracted.
I'm not going to do anything stupid. Okay, well, then I guess she did a bad job, considering the bomb.
Oh, Connor's enjoying this too
How could
much.
she have seen that coming?
I don't know, second.
So you're saying you felt your home was a safe place?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to introduce his
What has this got to do with whether or not he was sane in prison?
Sit down.
You hid in the back of that courtroom like a baby the entire case, and now you have something to say.
You sat shotgun and let her drive this case straight off a cliff. I said sit down. This is a law school. Not daycare.
I'm still so sad that this has gone wrong, and Connor Eugene's
So
just
what could I have
trying.
done next?
Mr. Leahy, you testified that you felt safe.
With him behind bars.
Angry children will write, or angry people will write things even if it's not totally the
You did this
truth.
on purpose because of you. And that letter.
You know.
Finished. Because with someone who loves you. Otherwise, you're the bastard who turned up.
We all do stupid things when we're 14.
Pretty sure he wasn't 14 when he chose to be.
Are you trying to get him to punch you?
Where are you going?
Is he going to be one that does punch him?
Because you've been happy.
It is an
You've
option,
never seen,
if she can live with it.
but no one.
Do you think I would drag our asses all the way to the Supreme Court only to lose in Philly? We're gonna win.
At least he agreed to it, rather than being stealing it or
You're supposed to
something.
know where I live.
But just once, I want a chance to fight for myself using my words.
Her.
Put together a list of every major insanity defense in the last 50 years.
I want to marry the badass social justice renegade. That's who you really are.
Yep. That's what you get for spying on people. You'd have to find out what happened.
They took my son away from me.
So, after a year in solitary, how'd you feel when they...
This is the important moment.
I wasn't myself.
He really does deserve to get out of prison and go to like the mental institution. It's just such a horrible conversation to have to have.
pregnant.
But if their relationship is going to go anywhere, it needs to happen.
I'm sorry if this is too much.
No. You're the bravest person I've ever met. I mean it. And I love you. No matter what, I love you so much.
Okay, anyone who's worth it, who's worth you, wouldn't think badly of you for that. I really hope he is genuinely a genuine person now and that they can be happy and that he's not going to get murdered at the wedding.
Intentionally confuse a mentally ill man to manipulate his testimony. So what do we think? Do we call out clown? I don't think I can come back from that. I think you know my answer by now. So what do the rest of you think? Closing arguments begin.
Oh, so it's not over.
3
We have hope. There's a chance. I thought the case had been lost.
Class action appeals going forward.
This is the right thing to do.
I want you to fall for
What's she
the
gonna do?
father-son.
Miss Keating? Miss Keating?
What was that a signal for?
And all he heard was this.
It is wrong.
Was it your idea? Medics, give this to Annalise. It's how she can get a mistrial. You can show her. She's gonna listen to you over me right now.
Oh, Connor.
It's the only way to win the case.
I love him.
Well, it doesn't matter. The closing was great. Hopefully the jury agreed. I'm trying to say I'm sorry, Connor.
Professor Kitty,
I'm glad they had that moment.
is back.
I think these characters have all been through so much together that they should stay together and all of this stuff.
Your Honor.
Come on.
On the charge of first-degree murder, the jury finds Nathaniel Calvin Leahy not guilty by reason of insanity.
Yes! Oh, good. They were so horrible. I thought at the beginning of the episode they'd have completely lost the case, and oh god, everyone.
Of the state until
Oh, thank God.
You told your story, they listened. This is all you.
thank you.
Oh, I thought they'd completely lost the case.
Winning is a good strategy moving forward, don't you? This win is nothing. Chance to tell their stories in front of a jury.
All's forgiven.
Yeah, you say that now, but in a few days, once the high's worn off.
No, are you kidding? How can I expect 12 strangers to forgive me and I can't forgive my own son? Huh?
I'm so glad they got this ending.
And dedication on this case. I know they will bring the same level of
She's sort of investigating him a bit.
Who the hell is he?
Well, what does this mean?
I want to know the answer to that question, please.
Means that
Let's see if she's got the balls to say any of this to my face.
She will.
I think those deserve to know if our best men are bony.
We're planning your joint bachelor party.
no one told you to do that.
I don't want one of those.
Well, we're doing it. We're doing it here because we're all poor. So don't be surprised.
I invited your mom too. I'm sorry.
Oliver.
I'm sorry.
This is gonna be the best bachelor party ever.
Oh, Connor.
Penis hats.
What is she doing?
Ron drove me. What? Bonnie, we don't even know.
Oh, flash forward time.
Anyone seen my husband?
Oh. Early before? After.
Where the hell are you?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oliver! Mom?
Oh my god. At least that'll distract him from worrying about Oliver. That was such an emotional episode. At the beginning, I really thought, because I mean, I think they wanted us to think that they'd lost Leahy Senior's case, that it had all been for nothing. And then Annalise pulled it, because I mean, I had faith in Annalise. I was thinking, oh my god, they're going to say that she actually completely lost the case, but of course she didn't. She's amazing, and oh, that was such a beautiful moment when they said no. I mean, from watching it myself, I was kind of like, how could you possibly say he was guilty? I think the solitary confinement, the shoe, whatever they called it, is disgusting as a concept for a little period of time. Maybe if you're using it for like a really short period of time as a punishment, but for months on end, for even more than a day, for weeks on end, is just people. Like, the prisoners are human. Oh, I don't know. And this show has covered that far better than I ever could. So I think it was just such a, how could you not say not guilty? And especially when you know that he's not going to be completely released. He's going to go to a facility which is designed to still, like, you know, he's not going to have freedom of movement, but he's going to have a better quality of life because it wasn't really his fault. And I'm just really happy that they got not guilty and that he and Nate made up. Because, I mean, when you're a kid or even an adult and your parents screw up in a way that does hit you, you can lash out, you can get really angry at them, and that doesn't necessarily encompass everything you're feeling about them. So I think Nate's letter, I understand, I mean, especially 14, I mean, gosh, that doesn't mean how he feels about his father now. The fact that he's here now with his father, that after everything they went through, like I think last season when they reconciled and his father was calling him a pig, wasn't it, and he hated him because he was a cop, he was still there. That he was still there for him now shows that as an adult he looked back on it and saw everything through a different light and did not have the same attitude. And I'm so glad they got that verdict for everyone. I was really glad that Connor and Annalise had that moment where she kind of apologised, and I think the fact that he'd looked, that he'd found the information, even though he could have just sat on it and been really bitter. I mean, Connor wouldn't, because like Oliver said, he believes in these cases too much. This is a passion for him. And I'm very stressed about the wedding. But Bonnie, so I still have my issue with Bonnie. She's never going to be a character that I love, simply because of the way she murdered Rebecca. But I've always felt for her. I've not been like, oh, I'll get over it, who cares, about her past. Obviously her story is heartbreaking, and she is so strong for how she has got through it. Like, I do admire her, and in a way I love her. Like, this show would not be the show without Bonnie. Like, I love Bonnie as a character, but you know what I mean, she's never going to be a favourite character of mine just because of her remorseless murdering of Rebecca. But this whole plotline, I'd love that she told Miller, I can't remember his first name, but his second name's Miller. I love that she told him, and that of course he was there for her, he's been understanding, and I hope that he's going to continue to be there for Bonnie, because she does deserve someone. You know, what she went through in her past shouldn't mean she's always alone. It wasn't her fault. It doesn't taint her or anything. So I hope he's going to be good and be there for her and be supportive. I mean, if he hadn't been supportive, then it would have just shown that he was an idiot and not worth anyone's time. Then we have, Gabriel Maddox. Laurel knows there's something up. She knows who is he. I really wanted the answer to that question. I hope next episode if Frank has told Laurel, I hope we see too. Whereas if Frank just decides to not tell Laurel, then that's fine. We can just try and find out with her. We've also got Connor and Oliver's wedding, and Oliver has invited Connor's mother. Now, Connor has, when we saw last season, a very complicated relationship with his family. We saw in season 1, he went back to his family for Christmas, wasn't it, when they had the Christmas ceremony, and he was playing with his niece and nephew, and he was with his sister. But we saw from his dad, from his mum, he's got to do with his parents' split and everything. He's very mixed up feelings about that. So I do think Oliver probably should have talked to Connor before he invited his mum before the wedding, because he knows that for Connor, family is not as straightforward as it could be for other people. And we've seen from the wedding that it's going to continue in that way. God, Asher. But at least Asher, we haven't seen him yet. He doesn't appear to be involved in the murder because he was with Connor's mum. I think Connor's face, I'm just assuming that he gets beaten up at some point or gets in a fight before the wedding, because none of the guests had seemed like, or Michaela or anyone had seemed like, Connor, what happened to your face? So I don't think he was involved in the murder, but he just seemed very worried about Oliver. And we still haven't found Oliver. Oh, this is like a flip reverse of season 3, when we found out Oliver was okay quite early on and we didn't know about Connor until near the end, and now it's the other way around and I'm very stressed. Bonnie has an phone. Why is Bonnie having phone? So yeah, that I'm loving the flash forwards. This season has been really good. It's been really emotional. Like, Nate and Bonnie were both two characters that, Bonnie, you know, she murdered Rebecca, and so I was like, I'm never going to care about Bonnie, ever. And Nate, there was a season or two where I was kind of like, he's just hanging around. He's not got much to do with the show. Whereas this season, I keep like almost crying my eyes out for both of them. I love them. I love this show. Annalise is amazing, as always, inspiring, amazing, and I don't like the governor. Yes, that was another fantastic episode of this brilliant show. This season is back to top form. I can't wait for next week. I'm terrified for next week. Thank you for watching.